Wake up! Wake up, everybody! Good morning. It's Matthew Roof. Uncommon kindness, kindness rising. Guess what? We're getting it after today. A little bit different. We're bringing back Casual Friday and we're filling in the gaps of kindness with tenacity, baby. Let's
This is
go.
Kindness Rising.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Like I said, we're getting after it a little different this morning. People who've been watching me for the past 4 weeks, we're at the end of week 4, are probably like, what the hell happened? What is this guy? This is something a little bit different. But guess what? I took some advice from a trusted friend yesterday who said, dude, you got to lighten it up a little bit. Bring yourself. You're masking yourself. Gotta bring who you are to the table. Well, this is me, baby. This is it. Matthew Roof, the uncommon kindness guy, bringing my full self to the table. And I got to tell you about something that happened last night. It was awesome. It's definitely been eye opening and helping me to think about my true self. It was pouring rain here in Binghamton in upstate New York. We had plans last night to go to a show, an outdoor show. There's been a free concert series, NBT Bank in Norwich, New York, showing their true uncommon kindness by putting on free shows with great national artists. And last night, Heather and I were super excited to go see the California Honey Drops. We've been listening to their music on Spotify and said, we got to check this band out. They're free. Let's go. Well, guess what? It was raining. It was raining. It was raining. But my wife, Heather, who always shows tenacity, and that's today's theme, tenacity, said, we're going. We're going on an adventure. So what? It's raining. You never know what'll happen. And boy, were we in for a show. I got a little clip from it to show you today. I just couldn't wait to show you. This was an experience like I haven't had in a really long time. A true different type of artists. 7 white guys from California traveling across the United States, bringing retro soul in a way I have never seen before. And we had a ball last night. Let me tell you, it was freaking awesome. For 2 straight hours, these guys brought energy like I haven't seen in a long time, and I'm so glad that Heather said, "Let's be a little tenacious tonight. There's something we really wanna do. We're dedicated to it." We thought about maybe bailing out, but guess what? We went, and it was awesome. If you have a chance to check them out, California Honey Drops are on Spotify and all over. They're touring all over, and we're going to go see them again as soon as we can. That was a good time. But let's get into the heart of today's show. Here's a little bit of a wild truth to start your day. Every single person that you admire, think about who your hero is. Think about who you're attracted to. Every single person, change makers, they've had a comeback story of some kind. They've had one thing in common. They just didn't quit. When doors were slammed in their face, they knocked again. When they got knocked down, they stood back up. Sometimes they were a little slower, sometimes they were shaken, but just like Elton John, they're still standing. And that's tenacity. It's not just grit, it's kindness. It's kindness to your future self, it's kindness to your community. And sometimes kindness is just keep going when nobody's clapping. Today on Kindness Rising, we're talking about the underrated superpower of staying the course, of powering through rejection with resilience and the long road to meaning. So let's get to it with tenacity. What do you think about when someone says that someone is tenacious? Tenacious. It sounds tough, right? I always think of like, oh, they were a tenacious defense. They really were strong. Da, da, da. But that's not what we're talking about here. It's a little bit of that, but really what it is kindness in action over time. It's persistent determination, the ability to keep going forward, even when faced with difficulty, delay, rejection, and failure. We think of it as grit. We think of it as, oh, he's going to grind through, he's going to grit his teeth and get through it and go after it. But it's more nuanced than that. And what's really important, yesterday we talked about rejection and resilience. Tenacity is resilience on steroids. The difference is it's clinging to your purpose, a true goal with unwavering resolve, even when progress is slow, even when results are unclear. That's what I'm doing here. 20 episodes directly of Kindness Rising. I'm figuring it out as I go with tenacity, and I'm showing up, filling in the gaps of kindness on Kindness Rising. So let's talk a little bit more about tenacity. We'll break it down a little bit, bring it down just a bit. What makes up tenacity? It's a nuance, but there's a lot to it. It starts with motivation, a reason to keep going, a purpose, a goal, an objective in mind. Then we add to it discipline. Discipline is the willingness to show up every day, every time you need to achieve that purpose, to achieve that goal. Add to that endurance. It's not just what you do once, it's not what you do twice, it's doing it over and over and over again. You get knocked down, you stand back up, you screw up, you fix it, you apologize, you move on. And the last and most important piece, and something that I sometimes forget in the middle of my journey, is optimism. You believe in yourself that your efforts will eventually pay off. It might not be on your timeline, you don't control that, but showing up every day, every time you need to, is what's going to make a difference. And knowing in your heart that your efforts are going to pay off. Because right now we're in a world where kindness really needs some extra tenacity. I don't really get political on the show. It's not really my mission, but it is clear to me that people are turning inward. They're turning their back on vulnerable populations. Kindness is under attack and being ignored. And it's being justified and emboldened by messages of ego-driven and personal growth or personal worth, right? Oh, just take care of yourself and everything's going to be fine. Just keep taking care of yourself. We don't have to worry about other people. The world needs people who aren't going to give up on kindness. That's you, that's me, that's us, and what we're building right here on Kindness Rising. Tenacious kindness, showing up day after day with purpose, swimming upstream against the negativity, saying no when things don't align with our values, and bringing our very best and true self. Even on a casual Friday, even when the tooth is out, I'm bringing my best self every day to you, and I know you're bringing yours to me. So please keep coming back here to Kindness Rising every morning, 7:30 a.m. weekdays on YouTube. Next week, I'm going to start streaming other places. I'm going to be on LinkedIn. I'm going to be on Facebook, maybe Substack. I don't know, but I'm going to keep going, keep trying to spread my message of kindness because that's my purpose. So let's talk a little bit about how tenacity is built. I do get into research sometimes. I still need to do that because I know it's important to show that this just isn't some dude sitting in his basement in Binghamton, New York, spewing about these things, talking about it. It's known, it's science, it's been researched, and that research, by putting that research in action, by understanding it, we'll have context and be able to do even better. And research from a guy named Dr. Sam Goldstein shows us that tenacity is built on a simple idea: compassionate empathy, the ability to understand others deeply and take action to help them. That's the key. It's the action. Understanding is wonderful. It's got to start there, but we've got to take action. When you're tenacious about your values, when you persist in doing what's right, even when it's hard, you're not just helping yourself, you're creating ripples of kindness around you. You're showing your family, your coworkers, your community that it's possible to stick with what matters. When we're tenacious about kindness, when we refuse to give up on seeing the good in people and helping people, when we persist in building bridges, not walls, that's when we change the world. I'm learning it, I'm leaning into it every day. For me, tenacity is the hard work of being true to my purpose. I got to admit that tenacity has not always been my strong suit. I've struggled with it. I would waver or give up against strong resistance. When I started seeing, I've seen a number of obscene number of projects, things that I've started, business ideas, hobbies, activities that I've started but didn't see through. What that is reflective of a person who lacks tenacity. But here's the thing that I learned by studying my own behaviors and thinking about why I'm not tenacious, why I don't follow through on things. It's situational. When I really want something, when I believe in it deeply inside myself, and I know that it is aligned with my true values, and I know you all have experienced this too, the difference between when it comes from deep inside you versus somebody else's priority, you become unstoppable. When it's thrust on you from the outside, you give up and you even sometimes resist. The biggest reason why I would give up on things was I didn't align with my purpose. I had a lack of understanding of my purpose. But since beginning and continuing the work that I've done on my self-worth and discovering my truth, that my purpose lies in multiplying kindness and amplifying the voices of good people doing good work, I have found the strength to persevere through setbacks. Talked about some yesterday when I was getting down on myself. I opened myself up and willingness to learn, and I put good feedback to use, including today. The feedback I got yesterday, Keith Billis at the Business Athletes Performance Lab and Mornings in the Lab Network that's brought me here today, said, dude, bring yourself, show them who you are. Stay true to yourself. It'll flow naturally. Things will come to you. Don't be so focused on the research. Don't be so heavy about things. Bring the energy that you bring to the conversations that we have. Don't be a different guy on your show. Be the guy who you are. And that's what I'm doing today. It continues with the work I do here. Nothing is stopping from showing up here every day or working on my uncommon kindness business model. And here are some proven strategies beyond just my story, beyond just me talking about it or what I think about it as I lay in bed at night or whatever. These are proven strategies that can help us to be tenacious. Here we go. It starts with your why. You might know a guy named Simon Sinek. He's pretty popular out there in the world of personal development, professional development. He has a book called Find Your Why. If you haven't read it, you haven't seen it, check it out. Go out on YouTube and watch some of his videos. It's really impactful. We might know the what, we might know the how, but if we don't know the why we're doing things, where we come from, and why our work matters, we're not going to stick with it. When something matters to you, you're much more likely to stick with it. Find your why. Check out Simon Sinek. It might just help you. Here's another little strategy: micro goals. Again, something that you probably have heard about before, right? Baby steps, Rome wasn't built in a day, all those little cliches that we hear about, right? Well, it's true. Break your big goals into tiny, manageable goals. I have a big goal. My big goal is to multiply kindness around the world. But my micro goal is to show up here every day, to learn, to grow, because progress builds momentum and the momentum fuels tenacity. Break it down into small projects, small tasks, small goals, and you will get there by showing up every day. Here's another one: embrace your discomfort. Lean into things when they feel a little bit weird. If you know you're going at it with your true purpose, it won't be weird. Tenacity grows through discomfort. You have to develop a tolerance for uncertainty or boredom. That's another huge one, right? Oh, it's fun at first, but when it gets really tough, when it's every day showing up, on the days you don't want to, on the days you didn't sleep great, whatever it is, or when it becomes, well, here we go again, doing this thing again, blah blah blah. Challenge yourself. Challenge by yourself by doing things regularly that stretch you. You can do it. You can try new things. I'm trying new things every day here on Kindness Rising. It's what I'm doing to build towards my purpose. Whether it's a little thing like adding a new microphone, I hope you guys are hearing me great out there today. I really do. I'm leaning into that. I got a new camera too. Maybe I'm showing up a little clearer. And over my left shoulder, the things behind me have changed over time. This is just situational, environmental. But the two most important words in my life are sitting over my left shoulder: roof. That's my father. That's my father's side of the family. And Birdie. That's my mother's side of the family, my Italian family. It's where I come from. It's what I do. It's what's brought me here today to Uncommon Kindness and Kindness Rising. And as I look into the camera and I see those two words behind me, I know the strength that came from my father who was passed, from my grandmother, my grandfather, and my mother who's out there. I know she's listening. Hi, Mom. That's what brings me here. And that's why that's hanging over my shoulder today. Another strategy: develop a long term view. Tenacity is a long game. Resilience is in the moment. We talked about that yesterday. When you're feeling rejected, you're feeling down. Resilience is in the moment. Tenacity is the long game. It's keeping the vision in mind and not expecting overnight success. Another little challenge that I have faced in my life, talked about it before: impatience. It's not going to happen overnight. It only happens by showing up every day as your true self and leaning into your values. That's what happens. Tracking progress. This can be a trap. I've gotten stuck in that trap, tracking my progress, watching those numbers go up and down in the moment. But it's really important to keep track of things over time, because we get lost in it in the moment. I don't feel like I'm making any difference. It's not making a change. But when I look back, I just downloaded some of my first couple of episodes. I can't believe the difference in what I'm bringing. I was reading off of a script. I was awkward, tons of uhs and ums and ahs. As a matter of fact, every day I do a little bit of an analysis of my script. And the program that we do actually helps us identify those ums and ahs. My first episodes, in 30 minutes, I had 200, 300 ums and ahs. Recently, I'm down to about 50. That's awesome. That's progress. I'm really excited that I'm doing that. And I hope that it's making a difference in the program that I deliver for you to every day. I come here because of you and I appreciate it. Track your progress. Surround yourself with builders. It's another thing that I'm doing. I talk about him maybe too much on this show. My buddy Keith up there in Winnipeg is showing me how to do it because he's a builder. He's a person who knows how to get this done. He's doing it every day on Mornings in the Lab with Keith and Friends at 8 a.m. on YouTube, and he's showing me the way because tenacity is contagious. Just like kindness, tenacity is contagious. When you're with others who are tenacious, who aren't going to give up on you, who aren't giving up on themselves, they help you do the hard things and cheer you on as you go. Thank you, Keith. Thank you, Melissa. I got a message from our buddy Jimmy, the producer, this morning, just saying, hey, have a great show today. Knowing that people are out there rooting for you and that they want to build with you makes a huge difference in your tenacity. The last is practicing self-compassion. Again, something that I need to work on. We all need to work on it a little bit. We've talked about it before. We often quit because we're tired or we feel like we're failing. We're not making the progress we want. So screw it. Let's move on to something else. Kindness to yourself keeps you in the game. You have strengths. You have possibilities. You have opportunities. And when you when you lean into those and you get after it every day and you're kind to yourself and you say, I can do this, I can learn and grow, you will meet your goals. Those are what make up tenacity. It's what I'm leaning into and bringing every day here on Kindness Rising, Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. on YouTube at Kindness Rising. Going to be moving over to Facebook and LinkedIn and some other places next week as I continue to learn and grow. But that is it, tenacity. Time is flying here. I'm going to skip this next segment. We'll worry about it some other time. I was going to talk to you a little bit about business, about Spanx. You guys might know Spanx out there. The story from the business world: Sarah Blakely, who started with $5,000 in her savings bank and was selling fax machines door to door. Discovered a problem in terms of shapewear. Had no idea what she was doing. And she got after it, and now she's one of the richest people in the world, a billionaire. She was the world's first female billionaire, actually, which is pretty amazing. The youngest self-made female billionaire. Okay, so I said it. I said I wasn't going to say it, but I said it anyway. But her tenacity is showing up in her leadership in her organization every day. I do want to move on to our kindness call. I try to move us from thought to action. Our concepts, the ideas, the research that I talk about here on Kindness Rising to specific examples. I'm going to jump into the comments for a second because I like to do that. I've got to get used to coming out over here and seeing you all a little bit sooner in my show, but I'm trying to be a little bit of, trying to do things a little bit, whatever, progress, not perfection. Lady Drew, I see you out there. You're there every day. I got your message on LinkedIn too, and I am sending you thoughts and prayers and positive energy. This community will help you. This community will lift you up. I hope you heal quickly. I hope that things go your way. Sounds like you're getting all the help you need for your finger, for the infection. I hope you don't mind that I shared that. I feel a little weird, but you've shared it before in other places, so I'm willing to share that we are with you, Lady Drew, and thanks for showing up every day. My mom is in the comments. Great message, Matthew. You're showing by example. Yes, I am, Mom. You showed me by example, and now I'm showing others by example. And Jinx, here's a new one. Whoa. Okay. Jinx. Got a little weird there on me, didn't you? We don't have to talk about what you're talking about here, but I appreciate that you showed up. Hopefully you're getting a little bit of joy out of putting funny things in the comments. And I hope that you're getting a little something out of kindness rising. And Random Piper Layer. Okay, welcome, Random Piper Layer. Oh, got it, Random Pipe Layer. Very funny, very funny. Okay, we got all kinds of people showing up here on Kindness Rising. Is very exciting. But anyway, let's move on to that kindness challenge that we try to get after every day. This is your tenacity commitment framework. Identify one area where you've given up too easily. Maybe it's on kindness. Maybe there's something that you want to do for somebody. You're in a difficult relationship. One text a week. Maybe that's the answer. Just showing you care. Over time, that will build towards tenacity. If there's a community issue you want to address, but you don't think you can do it, 1 hour a month of volunteering towards that issue will make a difference. Self-talk. Replace one negative thought daily in your mind. And also, don't forget to take one small step every day, or every week, or every month, whatever your timeline is. The results are not on your timeline, but the action is. Take the action. The results will come when they're supposed to come. Thank you for joining me here on Kindness Rising. Let's keep bringing our tenacity to the table. I'm showing up here every day, Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. We roll straight over to Mornings in the Lab with Keith and friends. He's got us free for all Friday today. There's a guest coming on the show. It's going to be cool. I'm going to be joining later on in the show. I hope you'll come join me there. And don't forget to stay active in the community. That's what we're building here, as a community. People who want to share in the journey, lift each other up with kindness, have a little bit of fun along the way, be their true selves, gap and all. Come hang out. Casual Friday, Monday through Thursday. Be genuine. Get excited about the community, and let's have some fun, because that's what we're building here. A community of kindness, of growth, of real human beings being real and getting it done. Thank you so much. Remember, tenacity is not just being tough. It's about being tender enough to keep caring when caring is hard. Sometimes it's hard, but with each other, we will get through it. Just like I did over the past 20 episodes, I'm so excited. We're not stopping here at Kindness Rising. We're going to keep showing up. We're going to be here, and we're getting ready for next week. Next week, my theme is going to be preparation. All week long, I'm going to be talking about how we build ourselves up to be ready for when stuff happens. We're going to focus on prevention, commitment, the inner work that we need to do every day so that we can be ready, because stuff's going to happen in life. And we're going to figure out how being prepared becomes an act of kindness to others. Thank you so much for joining me here on Kindness Rising for 20 straight episodes. We're going to keep going. It's only the beginning. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Have a little fun. Get after it. Stay true to your purpose. And come on back Monday morning, 7:30 a.m. on Kindness Rising. And as we always say, stay uncommon and stay kind.